Hello, and tonight I want to really just talk about something that I really think is very important when people are wanting to get married. I just think about, a friend of mine, I have two friends that's been wanting to get married for a good long time now. One man was actually watching her, one friend, for about 8 years, and another man was actually watching another woman for about 4 years. And it's like now, they're finally, wow, they're actually probably going to get married in the same year because one of them, with the 8 years, they got married already. But the other one, I believe they're going to get married this year. I really do believe that's how their relationship is flourishing really right now. But one thing I think about these two men, they both had patience. One to wait 8 years and another four. And even with the one with the 4 years, I mean, even when she introduced the um, this guy to her current boyfriend at the time, he wasn't even worried about it. It was like he was saying himself, "Yes, I see this, but you know what? That's my wife right there. I don't care how you guys are together. This is my wife." And it's just interesting how they both had patience. And there's one thing about it: in getting the right connection, you're going to have patience. You are in need of patience. Patience. The Bible tells us to be anxious for nothing. And there's good reasons why you don't want to be too anxious for something, especially when you get married. I think about even with my girl, when the Lord spoke to her about it's time for her to get married. And it's like once he said that, it's like men just started coming. But she had to filter out all the bad men. She had to learn whatever she had to learn to finally get to the person that she's with now. And if she would have given up because these men are coming and they weren't the right fit for her, if she would have just saw all these men come in, then after a while just got frustrated and aggravated, you know, she wouldn't have be getting to the place right now why she would be getting married. Got the perfect match for her. Like she says, he's actually a replica of her. So they have a very, very, very good relationship, and you know, I tell myself all the time, I'm not jealous. I'm just happy for you, that you have this type of man in your life that's about to marry you. And I mean, and the both of my friends, and I even had to repent, and tell the Lord that I repent for even just saying to myself, I believe the other one was not going to get married at all, because just the way she was acting, I just didn't think that she would actually end up getting married. But she's married now and very happy. But people, you need to have patience, because just because someone is coming at you for a marriage relationship, you need to know that person. If you have any reserves about being married to this person, you need to really just think about it instead of just saying, well, I'm going to go ahead and get married just to be getting married. It's like, no, you need to understand and know who you are marrying. Take the time, get some counseling. I mean, people, marriage is too long to be in misery. You want to, it's like I was talking to a young man, and I'm just amazed at the words that came out of his mouth. He said that, it ain't none of us perfect. He said, if I was to tell you that I was perfect, I'd be lying to you. He said, so everybody's not, no, nobody's perfect. But like I tell people, since none of us are perfect, you need to find the best flawed person that you can find. Don't just be looking at, I'm about to get married. You got to find the best flawed person that you can find. And in order to do that, you have to take your time. With men, that's why I tell men, Men, disconnect yourself from the woman's beauty, because she is more than her beauty. She's more than that. And you have to realize and understand that. It's just like, and I try not to use people as an example, but you got to look at the situation, even with Will Smith and Jada Pickett Smith. You got to look at their relationship. Now, I never knew the reason why they had an open relationship. I never understood that. Didn't know why you would agree to commit adultery on your spouse. But once this situation came out about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Okay, now the dirt in their relationship is coming out. We find out that the reason why that they have an open relationship is because in the beginning Jada never wanted to be married. She never wanted to be married, but Will wanted a family. Okay, but he probably looked into them beautiful eyes of hers and look at how beautiful this woman is, and just possibly mesmerized at the way she looked, and now he's agreeing with her for an open marriage. Why? Because she still wanted to be able to have her fun. She didn't want to be with just one person. She wanted to spread herself around. Now that don't make Jada look good at all, but that's Jada. But Will, because of what Will wanted, he should have never agreed to marry her, but he wanted this beautiful woman. So now you have what you have, and now we all find out, the real reason why they're together. She never wanted to be married. Her mother was crying. Her mother made her get married to Will, and now, Jada doing what she doing, and it's like, so everybody's really just looking at Will about the action that he did. Well, I personally believe the action that he did was because of everything that's going on, even in their relationship. It's just like when she brought the camera to him while he was in the kitchen, and she was asking him, do you think that the counseling has done us any good? And he just tells her, don't walk up on me and videotaping me like this, because my social media is my bread and butter. And then she says, I still have to deal with this foolishness. No, your husband, the man that you need to be respecting, is telling you something and you don't agree with it. Why? Because you never wanted to marry him in the first place. And everything that he's doing now is foolishness, when what you are doing actually is foolishness, because we all can see now that you have no respect. She has no respect for her husband. And it's like, so now that's why I tell people, you are better off, especially men. Women have that, whatever they would call it, to get a man's attention and be locked in, and they can't seem to break away. But it's like, you need to detach yourself, look at what you want, and stick with it. There's other beautiful women out there that will live with you in the manner that you want to be lived with and treated. So this video is just about telling people, especially the guys, you need to have patience. Need to have need of patience, because even though you're looking at a beautiful woman, she could not be what you want inside. So just take some advice and be patient. Patience is a virtue, like the man that waited 8 years for the wife.